right, last example of 4-1 here. And this kind of problem you're going to run into often, and this one could give you some trouble if you don't remember how to deal with these. Very simple thing, you just have to remember what to do. So I'm going to put a star next to these. And we're going to make a note of this. Yeah, let's do it right here. To get rid of a fraction, right, the fact that, what's making this problem a little bit scary or a little bit different from the rest, and that would be the fact that we have a fraction there. What operation's going on between the fraction and the x, so the variable? That would be multiplication. So to get rid of a fraction that is multiplied by the variable, you must multiply by the reciprocal. Boom. Multiplied by the reciprocal. Keeping in mind that when I say the reciprocal, that reciprocal just means that you flip the fraction. So, to get rid of a fraction that is multiplied by a variable, you must multiply by the reciprocal, aka flipping the fraction here. So I can draw my line down the middle of that equal sign, making sure I'm doing the same thing on both sides to keep it equal. So to get rid of that fraction, I'm going to multiply, which I'm going to use the dot to represent multiplication. Remember, I have to do it to both sides. What is the reciprocal of 2 over 9? Well, reciprocal means to flip that fraction, which would turn into 9 over 2 times 9 over 2. So on the left-hand side of my equation, the 9's cancel out with the 2, and the 2's cancel out together, leaving me with my plain old x equals. And then I just got to do a little bit of fraction math over here. Remember, when I'm multiplying fractions, I multiply straight across. -4 times 9 gives me a -36. And 1 times 2 gives me a +2. And now here, this is where a lot of you will lose a little bit of credit because you forget to do that actual division and that simplifying there. Remember, that fraction bar just represents division, so we're going to do that division. 2 divided into 36. That's going to be a negative. 2 goes into 3 once with 1 left over. 2 goes into 16 8 times. So x is equal to a -18. And we are going to do a check for this one because we need to. So again, starting off with my check by just simply rewriting the original problem, doing it again and replacing my variable with empty parentheses, filling in my number that I get, and doing some order of operations here. 18 times 2 is going to be -36. 9 times 1. -36 divided by 9 is -4, and that does work out. You'll notice here that these numbers kind of match up, and it makes sense because you're working backwards. When you're solving, you're getting down to an answer, and then you're taking that answer, plugging it in, and kind of going backwards from everything that you did. So, when you're looking at these practice problems, make sure that you have the inverse operation written on both sides, and make sure you're doing the check if they ask you for one.